especially. Here's a woman who ran for the Farmingdale School Board. She belongs to Moms for Liberty, Nassau County. Isn't that wonderful? Gee. Yes, she probably speaks daily, spends time daily, not speaks, take on what books to ban? Slavery? What? That never happened? What? There's people that aren't white? Huh? And not Hispanic, please. And gee, I hope those men mowing my lawn, speaking that language, do a good job. And no, not as one about the Holocaust. That might affect the children anyway. And didn't that happen 78 years ago in war? Can't it just be forgotten about? And the word gay, even in the context of being happy, has no place in any classroom. This is who was getting it on school boards? Another problem. No, look, knock off Pepto-Bismol. The product in the past was only needed on the morning after the night before, sometimes the afternoon. But with what's going on in this country, maybe we should carry it in our cars, especially with some of the visuals we see on Super Long Island, Redneck Long Island Daily. Okay, what's to say? Spring has sprung, early summer, and what happened the second it got a bit warm? Well, some good things eventually. Flowers bloomed, bunnies and squirrels showed themselves. Well, one very block thing has happened. The loud Long Island majority has crawled up out of their winter sewer Fuhrer bunkers. Almost daily once again at the Wellmore Long Island Railroad parking lot, and on other days now regularly one tour. And on some days less frequently, Seaford. And we know they have no permits, and like SA, they can be threatening. I would just think if any group that anyone in this room would support and would do this with no permits, people with blue clothes on and badges would be there. Now is the time of street fairs, etc., so-called non-political events. You know the loud Long Island majority will allow a presence at many of these events in Belmore, Farmingdale, etc. I ask those here tonight if they would please consider, if they come across them at any such events, to please consider calling the Chamber of Commerce and or the local government of said town. One can do this anonymously, as these offices do take messages during non-business hours. On a positive note, compared to a year ago, now that the Southern Poverty Law Center says they're extreme, when Newsday mentions that always state that when they write about that, in my dealings with some groups that might have some interest in the Long Island Lounge majority of activities, when I mention this fact, it seems to be a bit more interest and a bit more of a positive note. The New York State Attorney General's office is aware of it, and they have already been aware of it. And I found out that there is, and they are taking an interest in them. And the State Attorney General's office does have a phone number, a 516 number on Long Island, which I have if anyone who wants to report any sightings of them once again, of the Long Island Army. One could say, hey, it's Long Island, what do you expect? Look, I'm old and I'm pissed off, and I'm tired, and I've heard that since 1968. Oh, it's Long Island, it's Florida, it's Texas. Oh, these people are coached, funded, and organized. They seem stronger than any other fascist thing I've seen. Some of them believe that January 6th was their 1776. We could argue about 1776. The aristocracy send the prophet back to England and wouldn't really change for anybody. But I digress. Please, 1776, these folks more like Munich, 1923. Gene and Hurt in Germany, they say, oh, that's Munich, that's Nuremberg, ignore them, they'll go away. P.S. Fact on fact. The Long Island loud majority, the Belmore Patriots, they're like I said, there's nothing anybody's seen before. In fact, Moms for Liberty are national.
Yeah. Wow.